presenting about information from our Chief of Staff at InDrive, Egor Fedorov, you already know, and of course our Directors of Operations and Excellence and Sustainability, Asher Phil. And the next one will be Angelika Jankovic, the Head of Marketing for Alternativa Project 2024. Each one of them, and of course my gorgeous colleague here will be helping us with the Alternativa and also Envision project. So if you have any questions at the end of the presentations, you are welcome to ask. So we will start, of course, with our Chief of Staff for you to get to know more about InDrive. So Egor, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so a little bit nervous because I'm the tech guy. I'm not very good in giving the public speeches because I'm from tech company. Can you raise the hands who know who use InDrive? Who use InDrive? I am using InDrive.
I'm using InDrive.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so glad that I'm seeing our customers here because that's why we do it for many years. We want to in the fair play businesses for as much customers around the world. So next slide. Yeah. Okay. And you will I will want to introduce you the trailer of our movie about history of InDrive. We made the whole movie when we're celebrating 10 years because we already operating for 11 years. And there's a 2-minute trailer of the movie that's accessible online on YouTube and our website, movie.indrive.com. You can watch it and it will cover everything about the history. And then after 2 minutes, I will be highlight some interesting facts and things that I want to share with you today. Let's roll. The city in the world is located in Yakutia, -50, -60 at the winter.
И мне кажется, это еще, наверное, одна из причин, почему IT-компании там развиваются, да?
Dari Siberia ke Jakarta, InDrive bekerja keras untuk mendobrak monopoli aplikasi taksi.
Якутия бірден бастап капиталы $1 миллиард 230 миллион доллардан тұратын InDrive атты жаңа ғажайып мәңгілікке қалу үшін келді.
Tidak ada tarif tetap di InDrive. Inilah yang membuat InDrive berbeda dari para pesaing besarnya.
So in a way, we give the passengers and drivers the freedom of choice.
Pengemudi memilih pesanan yang masuk dan penumpang memilih siapa pengemudinya. Hasan Tomsky, pendiri InDrive, berkata, yang jadi penentu adalah manusia, bukan algoritma.
Because we care, we understand these people.
¿Quién se toma tiempo para ofertar por un viaje? Negociar el precio es más una estrategia de marketing.
InDrive is focused on addressing injustice in markets underserved by its competitors.
The second place in terms of installations in mobility after Uber and fourth place in travel ahead of Airbnb. How realistic is that?
InDrive is the second most downloaded ride-hailing app in the world.
The main strategic goal for us is to positively impact lives at least of 1 billion people by 2030.
Can I get a round of applause for this wonderful trailer of InDrive?
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm very proud about this movie because I was there, and it's quite interesting experience to share our story with the people all around the world because not many people understand our history and what we're doing. Okay, and what we're doing. So basically, 11 years ago, in the most coldest place in the world, city called Yakutsk in the eastern Siberia, Arsen Tomsky, my boss and my friend, founded this company who firstly became the social phenomenon in 47 countries. So that's amazing how it's growing and why ride-hailing application becomes so popular. Why we have a chance to build a company that attracted hundreds of millions of people all around the world. That's because we built this company on the one simple idea that we need to provide fairness for the people. As the minority that grew up in Russia, where I'm coming from the very small nation who was colonized by Russian 400 years ago, and there is 500,000 people of my nation living in Russia. And Russia is predominantly Slavic country, and for me it was very hard to grow up and live in the country where you are second type citizen, for sure, because it is the harsh reality to being the minority in Russia. And it was on everyday life. I feel so many injustices. I was forced to speak not my native language. Because no one understand my own language. I was forced to adopt the different culture, not stick to my own culture. And on daily life, there were so many injustices that I understand, and my friends who also Saha, we grew up with this understanding in our minds about that the world is a fair place. And when we grew up, when we have opportunity to make the change, we started to making changes in our perspective spheres. We started doing something to find ourselves, to define who we are. And Arsen Tomsky is the CEO and founder of InDrive, is the serial entrepreneur. He built a couple of dozens companies in Yakutsk and so on, and InDrive so far is the most successful one. Why it's ride-hailing, and what the connection between why ride-hailing partnering with Envision, founded the Envision, the social initiatives, and why we supporting Alternativa Festival. We will elaborate about this Asya. Asya will talk in details, but overall, because we see that our business, ride-hailing, that's successful because you can name your price for your ride. So basically, you can haggle over the more fair price for, you can pay what you can pay for your service, and it sounds simple, but it brings the justice for you. You accept the offers that drivers gives you, and the drivers accept the orders that they like with the price and so on and time. And it's this mechanic. It's very, people love it, understand it, not only because it's cheaper, but they feel just. They feel that they're making choices, that no one makes choices instead of them. And we see that this injustices is all around the world, not only ride-hailing. The ride-hailing is only one segment. So we, as a business, we're expanding our prospects in new industries. And when we become successful, when we have the resources finally to make it change in the world, and with the good intention, we started to supporting the non-profit initiatives, and how we fund it. So we basically have the few businesses: it's ride-hailing, courier services, city-to-city and freight, and some of them you can use right now in Jakarta and all over Indonesia and other 46 countries. And then next slide. Well, so our ambitious goal is to positively impact the lives of 1 billion people. What does it mean? That we impacting the lives of these people every day. Every day, with not only with our non-profit initiatives, but with our daily business. The dozens of millions of people using us daily worldwide. To provide for their families, they work for us as drivers. And you can see very interesting story about Indonesian drivers who work for us and provide for his family here in Indonesia. And it's movie built on the stories of our customers, drivers and passengers. And you can see that for me it was very big revelation that when you work as a business, you see numbers. So as the top executives of the team, I was seeing the numbers. Oh yeah, we're growing more million customers, more new country and so on. But when I was part of the making this movie, I realized there is actual people behind these numbers, actual stories, and how it's actually changing the lives of these people because we doing what we do and we do it good. And this is the base of our positive impact to the world. But there is no one, and we have the opportunity to support the non-profit initiatives. And so that's why Arsen Tomsky founded the Envision, the non-profit initiatives portfolio that we are running globally. And why Alternativa? Alternativa is one of the most successful projects in Envision so far, and we aiming supporting this because movies can touch the hearts of the people. I'm seeing this is the great opportunity to give platform for the people, for the talented people who are telling stories about very important things, the things that are important for communities. We give the platform for people tell about what they care about, to deliver the stories that very important for their communities to the audience. For example, this is the second year of Alternativa. Last year in Alternativa, Alternativa was held in Kazakhstan, in Almaty, at the first time, and we saw like very interesting movies, about the problems that are seeing, and we see, okay, some technical issues, and we see that, for example, there's a big problem that we wasn't aware of, and the filmmakers show us about the bride kidnapping. In Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan, overall in Central Asia, there's a problem that people, the men, kidnapping the girls they like and force them to become their wives. So this is like tradition that runs for centuries, but it's happening now. Every like 45 minutes in the world, 45 minutes somewhere in the region, the girl being kidnapped, and she don't want to do this. Like usually she don't want to do this, and this is very sad thing. And when we saw this movie, we see that that's terrible. How in the 21st century it can happen? It's happening with our customers in the communities we operate, where we have millions of the customers, and we think, okay, this is a big opportunity to spread the word. So we talk with the authors of the movie of the bride kidnapping and put in our application and deliver this movie to the millions of our customers, and thousands of people saw it, and they were surprised, and they said, and we make the polls, and we said, are you okay with the situation that's happening now? Are you support this thing that's happening now, right now, with your family, with your daughters, with your sisters? And they said no. And it's highlighted with our help. With our help, it's highlighted very. We delivered this movie that talking about very important problems happening now, not only in the movie theater where there were 400 people or festival goers. We delivered to the general audience, for the thousands and thousands of people who live their daily life, and they seeing this movie and become highlighted these problems happening. So it's ignited. Yeah. Okay. Third one is a chair. So it's ignited a very important conversation in the community, and we see the opportunity to do so with each alternative movie who touches very important problems. I'm so excited to be here to see during the festival the movies that are presented, they're raising such an important stories about what's happening in the regions. I was so impressed with Nepalese movie, Devi. That's amazing, very talented work telling about a very important story. And I was so deeply touched about this. And as a global company, we have a very big business in Nepal. We have very big business in Nepal. And for example, if we deliver this movie, David, to our customers there in Nepal, tell about this, tell about the problems of women who was raped, who was victims of the violence during the civil war, and that people will support them. The stigma about the being violated will be moved from the community, and the people starting conversation about this with the help of given platform from talented creators of the movie. Right now, this movie was delivered maybe for thousands of people, but we as a global company can help this reach the hearts, the minds of the million of our customers, and that's how we building our business. So business give us resources and the platform to reaching out to the millions of people and raise the questions, talk about the very important problems. That's why we supporting Envision, because Envision working in the many fields in the creative industries. as Alternativa. We're working with education, we're working with children, with sports, because we're seeing that we can, with our resources, we can help. Not only with the direct funding of the non-profit initiatives, but the giving the voice for the people who are unheard, because you have access to audience. And I am so excited to be part of it, to see how the company helped to build, changing the world with one initiative, and after one initiative, have possibility to actually make a change. And we have the ambition not only making a change by ourselves, but actually help other businesses to understand that it's not only about money, it's not only about profits for investor, for yourself. It's about the power you have to change the world through very simple things. For example, delivering the message of the talented people about the very important problems that are happening. Because what I'm seeing around, and we as the company see that people who become successful, who become build the fortune, build the very successful companies, they think only about themselves. You know, my CEO and founder of the company, Arsen Tomsky, didn't own nothing more expensive than his MacBook Pro. So his most expensive thing that he have, this is MacBook Pro, because he's saying, what I want I can rent, and if I have disposable income, I will better fund some initiatives that change the people. And this is approach, like he's like in Forbes list of Kazakhstan, for example. And this approach is like very rare. And we want to be the change in the business world. We want not only persuade people who can have this opportunity to help with their resources to change something in the world, but give the companies the methodologies, the tools that can do on daily basis, and see how can convert the power platform and resources into bigger positive impact in the world. And we will be able to elaborate on that a little bit later. So this is how we're going to positively impact 1 billion people through our business growing, having access to bigger resources and a bigger audience, and then share this and inspire other companies to do so, basically. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is very important for me, and thank you so much for coming there, to being interested in Alternativa. Alternativa. I hope you're going to enjoy the award ceremony tonight. And if you like a media, you have a power to reach out to people, and please spread the word in your prospective countries with the problems that you see in the movies. Please, if you have initiatives about that and you're aware of something that InDrive, Alternativa, Envision can help in your prospective countries, we're expanding our initiatives all over the world, and Southeast Asia and South Asia is very important regions for us. And reach out. We open for the partnerships, and we can help what we do, and we're very inspired to do so. And we often don't know what the problem is, and how we can best to fix it. And we can do this without your support, without your sharing your experience and telling us what to do, how we can approach it, what is important, how we can do something better. And please spread the word about this. And we here to hear you, and do something that will change the world for a better place. And with the meetings like this, with every article that spread the word, that if you're a tech company, it's not means that you need to do only your business, that you can do something else, not buy you another fancy house, but maybe do the film festival, for example. We will gather movies, people all around the world to talk about the important things. There is other priorities beside them just making money, because for me it's very important to say that. Okay.